Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. We are back with another tournament match from today's 3v3 tournament. This is my round 2 against Lava Nuke. I am playing Cat Control, as you can see somewhere here on the screen. We lost in what I believe was the top 16, technically. So, cool. But, yeah, playing against Lava Nuke this round. I knew my opponent was on Burn going into the round. So, pretty happy about that matchup, I do believe. So, we open up with a pretty decent hand here. Creature Swap and Scapegoat aren't really great against Burn. But if we can find a Last Will, this hand's pretty good. We also have, you know, Exiled Forest, Call of the Haunted, which is a good combination. We have DD Warrior Lady United We Stand. So, hopefully, we can get a quick kill here. I do have Panda in the deck as a one-of in the main. So, hopefully that can help us out here. I decide to summon DD Warrior Lady and just set Scapegoat. I may have forgotten my opponent was playing Burn at the point, to be honest, because I don't know if setting the Scapegoat is really a great play here. I think I probably should have just set the Call of the Haunted, but I guess it works out. I'm going to flip the Scapegoat to stop the attack. I don't want to really take the 1500 against Burn here. It may not have been me forgetting there was Burn. It may have just been a mistake. But it does work out. And, like, our opponent can't Ojama lock us now, even though we've kind of Ojama locked ourselves. Though I guess we do have this creature swap, so it's not really the end of the world here. Draw Mindless Radiant, which means maybe we can get a big push here, and we are going to be gaining 1,000 every turn, so that's pretty nice. So just going to swap the token to attack and activate Creature Swap. I should be losing 2,000. I should be losing 1,000 life points for each of these. Okay, so I messed up there. That's not actually going to matter, but oops. Was supposed to lose 1,000 life points for each of those because there are 2 chain energies on the board. But just going to summon the Mindless Radiant, trying to push as much damage as possible. Yeah, want to keep up the pressure against Burn. If they have a Magic Cylinder, they have a Magic Cylinder. That's perfectly fine. Not like they could have Mirror Force, but not every Burn deck plays Mirror Force in the main. And honestly, if they have Mirror Force, it's not really that bad for me. I lose my board, but that just means that Just Desserts and Secret Barrel don't do a whole lot anymore. So I think it's worth the risk there to just go in and attack with everything and, you know, just try to get as much damage as possible here. I could have played United We Stand and hit for an extra 3,200. However, it wasn't lethal, and I did have Magic Cylinder in the back of my mind. So, like, if I play United We Stand on, say, a Go token, it's attacking for 37, then we lose almost half of our life points if there is a Magic Cylinder. So, decided that since it wasn't lethal, and we're attacking for a bunch of damage already, may as well not play United We Stand and play around that Magic Cylinder, instead of playing around the Mirror Force, where I don't care if I lose all of these too much. So, I think that's a fine line of thinking there. Now I set the Call of the Haunted, and I believe I do lose 1,000 here. Yeah, opponent notices there, so sorry, opponent, I didn't lose the extra 1,000 for playing the first 2 cards, but it ends up not mattering here, so thankfully. Opponent does have a Secret Barrel, so we're going to lose 1,400, not a big deal. I draw Snatch Steal, which isn't amazing, but the opponent's just going to concede, so we were very far off from that 1,000 mattering. And pretty happy to pick up the game there. So I believe I sideboard fairly minimally here. Don't really have too much to come in against Burn. But this hand's pretty nice. I did opt to leave in the Panda. And draw Creature Swap. I mentioned Creature Swap isn't very good in the matchup, but I didn't have really a whole lot of cards to bring in, so I did leave in 1 Creature Swap. And I think it's fine. The reasoning why I left it in instead of, like, taking out another card of some sort, because I think I sided out, like, the Injection Fairy Lily, the Cyberstein, and some others. So I left the creature swap in because I can swap like an Ojama Trio token over to the opponent or something like that. So it's not dead, but it's, you know, it's not the best card. So it's fine. This hand's not amazing. Not super happy about it. Though if we do draw a Rescue Cat or something along those lines to proc this last will, this hand can obviously do some good damage. So I'm just going to summon the Panda and run over the Sangan. I have a Raigeki break for if they get like an Injection Fairy Lily here or something like that. I also have a Nobleman of Crossout if they want to go get a Jar. So I'm just going to start pushing right off the bat because I want to get the game over with. Don't really want to give Burn a whole lot of time. They flip Ojama Trio, which is fine with me. Since I do play with Scapegoat, it's going to go ahead and move these to 1,000 defense. Just to distinguish, opponent does summon a Panda. That's fine with me. I have this Raigeki break. I'm going to activate this, discard the Mindless Radiant. Unfortunately, Ojama Trio tokens are light. Even though they're Beast, they're not Earth, so Mindless Radiant, not really a combo there. So we're just going to go ahead and take out this Panda with that Raigeki break. Seems good to me. Opponent's not going to do anything, just pass the turn. I draw Premature Burial, which isn't doing a whole lot right here. We just have the Mindless Radiant in the graveyard, so all of our cards are kind of turned off, but, you know, I'm going to attack in for another 800. Just keep getting the beats in there. Opponent's going to activate a Just Desserts. We take 2,000. Not a big deal. Now they summon Gigantes, which is interesting. So I'm like, okay, maybe my opponent sided into an Earth strategy. That's totally possible. But not really worried about it right here. I do have this creature swap, so maybe we can hit our opponent up for like a bunch of damage at some point. Opponent sets a monster. Of course, we have the Nobleman for that. So feeling pretty good. And then I draw freaking Hand of Nephthys, and just awesome. Now if my opponent has like Mirror Force, really anything, whatever, cool, perfectly fine. My opponent goes for, I go for the Nobleman first on my opponent's face down. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have summoned the hand first. Or, no, I know why I did this. Yes, this was correct. So I want to Nobleman their monster so that I can turn this to attack position, activate creature swap, and get their Gigantes. I didn't want to get, you know, like a, obviously if the Cyber Jar, I still probably wouldn't want to flip the Cyber Jar. I would rather it just be gone. So I do like this play. So I can just guaranteed get a big beater rather than get one of their flip effect monsters that may not help me. So yeah, we get rid of the Cyber Jar, and that's good news. We flip the token to attack, and the Gigantes is ours. Of course, that's 2,200 damage total. But I'm going to activate Last Will here because I have big plans. That goes through. We summon the hand. Activate. Opponent just checking out a ruling. I think they were they looked into their graveyard right before that. I think they were looking to see if the Ojama Trio tokens can be tributed, and they can. They just can't be tributed for a tribute summon, and this is not a tribute summon. So we get the Sacred Phoenix on the board, so I'm already happy with how today has gone. Love getting Phoenix on the board. And I'm going to go get Amazona's Archer. So this is, I believe this is lethal, right? So it would be 14, 17, 36, 6,000. Yeah. So this is actually lethal on the board unless the opponent has an answer of some sort. I attack with the Gigantes. I don't know why I did that. I definitely should have attacked with the Sacred Phoenix. Just because the opponent does show Scapegoat here. So that attack was not the best. Should have gotten in the guaranteed 2,400, I believe. So we missed out on 500 points of damage. Not the biggest deal, but it is a little annoying here. I think for a little bit, but I don't think there's really any reason. Like, I could have premed the Panda first, but I don't think that's good either. Because I didn't know that I was really expecting Scapegoat there. So I think other than the attack being sent by the wrong monster, I think that was all perfectly fine, and I'm perfectly happy to have an Amazona's Archer out on the board. No reason to activate it this turn. It's not going to do anything lethal, and like next turn I have lethal by attack, Sacred Phoenix attack, and then sacrifice off everything to kill. My opponent sets a back row, sets a monster. I draw Graceful Charity, fantastic. Let's see if we can draw a Heavy Storm, or the MST that I cited in. So Graceful Charity finds Rescue Cat, Wicked Worm Beast, Nobleman of Crossout. So now, feeling great. I'm just going to discard the 2 monsters. I want my Nobleman, I want my Prima, because Prima, you know, gets access to all of these anyway, but also gets access to Panda, or Milus Radiant if we really want it. So here I'm going to Prima, just get back the Panda. I guess my opponent's probably just not going to have Torrential, right? And if they do Torrential, I just get my Phoenix back. So this is fine. I don't really... Yeah, I guess this play is fine, right? Yeah, this play is fine. So I attack with the Panda, and I don't even have to use my Nobleman. I can just activate Archer now for lethal. So I think I was just kind of focused on lethal line there. If my opponent has Mirror Force again, we get the Phoenix back, and then I can knock here. This line didn't play around Mirror Force at all. I don't know if this was really how I was supposed to do it. I do get the Phoenix back off of a Mirror Force, but like, I don't know. I guess my opponent does have to have exactly Mirror Force there to punish me, right? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure that was correct. I think there are a lot of different things you can do. Like, you could turn the Archer to defense. Maybe if I just turn Archer to defense, though, and then the Mirror Force, then... I also just didn't need to get this Panda here, right? I could just knock. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, so maybe I wasn't supposed to Prima the Panda and just play around Mirror Force a little better. Probably just playing a little too quickly here. Didn't expect the Mirror Force. Yeah, I think that's what I should have done. I should have just knocked and then attacked with all 3. And then try to kill with the Amazonas Archer. If my opponent has Mirror Force, then I just lose these 3. I get my Phoenix back, of course. And then I can use this Prima for another big push. Like I have more Pandas. Sorry. I have more Pandas in my deck, so next turn I could get the Phoenix back. Premature the Cat, go get 2 Pandas if I needed to. And then we get to clear whatever this face down is, and it does appear to be Morphing Jar. So... yeah, I think I probably just should have gone for not the Panda and knocked and tried to get in for lethal there. So probably a little bit of a misplay, but doesn't play around Mirror Force, but it does win the duel. So I'm going to win this match 2-0. Obviously, a couple of things that I could have done a little better there, but not the end of the world. Pretty happy to have won that match, and that bumped us up into the top 16. So, yeah, that's it for the video today. Pretty short one. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you for the next one.